It's week 9 of the National Football League, and front and center is Tucker Kraft. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Commanders and the Falcons on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack, and that's where playoff pictures start to unravel. That's where there's a little bit more clarity between the haves and the have-nots. And this is when NFL football gets fun. Holidays are coming. Playoff pictures are unfolding. It is a blast.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad, but the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, is on you. So he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue to throw the ball to the other team.
Short throw taken by Pitts. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here is Penix. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to be 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Penix going to throw again. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing again, it's Penix. This throw pulled in by Pitts. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Penix. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down. They're going to go play action with Penix. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Now Penix to the right. That's Pitts. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. To throw again, it's Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw is Penix. And he'll take it on in. Drake London. Touchdown Atlanta. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Commanders 0.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
That stuck out to me, Mike, was when we met with him this week, immediately, right at the start of the production meeting, was his ability to take ownership of last week's loss. He said, listen, if I don't make those 2 interceptions, we probably win that game. And when you go back and watch the tape, I love how hard he is on himself. He played pretty good ball. If he can eliminate those throws, a couple bad decisions, when he's good, he is as good as there is in the NFL.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd down and 8. The motion man here is McLaurin. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On fourth down, here's Matt Ariza to punt. Ray McLeod deep to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense ready to see the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot down the field. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He gets close to the yellow line. Tackle made at the 46. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And they've got it. Going to pick up the 1st down there. Right around midfield.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader in receiving yards to this point. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. The reception for Rondale Moore. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he will score. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Commanders.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Ray McLeod on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. 3rd and 6. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, Penix. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. The motion man here is McLaurin. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Has an opening past the 40. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first? Without having to get to 3rd down. We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On play action, Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Play action. Here's Daniels. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This pressure is relentless. They get him again.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Matt Araiza now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Pitts is the man in motion. Give to Robinson from the pistol. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Here's a toss left side for Robinson. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackle for the loss of a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
They'll go play action now with Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Washington. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Ryland's kick here is good. And the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Penix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Play action, it's Penix. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Penix. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 7th and 9. After 29
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
They get 16 on that connection. 1st down, Washington.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniel. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniel. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Daniels going to throw again. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. Good blocking, and he's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Commanders will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Now Penix to throw on second down. You'll get this to Pitts once more. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Penix going to throw again. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. To throw again, it's Penix. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. Now he'll run it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes. They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
On second down, Penix. It is brought in the end zone. Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Daniel Jones leading the way in the victory as his guys continue to roll. They're 8-1 on the year. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Christian McCaffrey, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown reception. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That one is complete to Hardman. Get about 6 before he's taken down. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
All right, so it's only one drive here in the second half, and they trail pretty big here to start the third. But it seems this defense came out with a little different energy than we saw in the first half. Whatever was said in the locker room seemed to have worked. Now it's the offense's chance to see if they can cut into this deficit.
The Commanders about to send this one away. McLeod to return. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They're going to go play action with Penix. Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Commanders' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. He'll look deep, left sideline. Stephon Gilmore there defensively to break it up. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. 3rd and a yard, it's Daniels. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. Matthew Judon in there for the sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll throw with Daniels. And he gets that to Hardman. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Daniels going to keep this himself. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. They'll send their tight end left. They'll try to run with Robinson. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Now Ryland for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. McLeod now to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. That'll be caught by McLeod. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. A tackle made by the former first-rounder, Javon Kinlaw. Another run here for Robinson. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. From the gun, here is Penix. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second down and 6.
Pitts is the man in motion. From the gun, it's Penix. That one taken in by London. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. From the gun on third down, here's Penix. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First down, Falcons.
They'll throw. It's Penix. That is caught. And he's in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are back to within 7. It's 28-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Play action. Here's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing is Daniels. They'll set up the screen to Brown.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike. Execute own defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. To a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
The Commanders set to kick this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. On play action, Penix. Now a ball deep, middle of the field.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
On third down, Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. That's a dozen. Catch number 12 and a first down. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Man in motion here is Washington. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
To the right, that's Pitts. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. And here's Bijan. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the 1st down. Penix going to throw again. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ivan Pace.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They run over center with Robinson. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. That one is complete to Hardman.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. 3rd down and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. On 2nd down, Penix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Robinson. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations? Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. The go down is an incomplete. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. The Falcons getting their punter out there. He forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. on second down. Here's Penix. This one complete to Washington. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. It is 2nd and a yard. Throwing again, it's Penix. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll be 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.